I'd like to have all your attention right here. What's up, my brothers? What up, y'all? All right, my name is Lamont Howard, better known as Tank, from Detroit, Michigan. When I was about 12 years old, I moved from West Warren and Livernois, and I moved to Belleville, where amazingly there was black people too. I graduated from Belleville High School. I went to Defiance College. For my first year of college, played football there. Really love sports. Love football. Football is my everything. Growing up, football was everything that I wanted to do. If you guys ever ask this question, what's your backup plan? Have a backup plan. Have a backup plan, guys. The reason why you want to have a backup plan, I learned that millionaires have 7 different resources of income. The paint man on that football field, when they go to commercial, he on the Papa John's commercial, he on the Buick commercial, he got an insurance commercial. You see, millionaires, they have several different sources of income. So, first off, I just want to thank you guys for coming here, for being leaders, because you are leaders for coming. Everybody, there's probably other people that didn't know about this, that didn't take advantage of coming here. So, I have developed these 8 things that I believe you need to know when it comes to being a leader. Because every single one of you in this room right now here today is a leader for taking the initiative to come up here to Central Michigan University, check out the campus, to better your life, to further your education. And here are the steps. Remember, you only remember about 15% of what I'm saying if you do not write it down. So make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're writing down these steps, these things. Number 1 is depth of vision. Depth of vision. Leaders have depth of vision. What do I mean when I'm talking about depth of vision? DEP. DEPTH. Depth of vision. Depth of vision helps you to not be conquered or bound by your current situation. Depth of vision helps you know that you are not creatures of circumstances, but you are creators of your own circumstances. You see, when it comes to depth of vision, you have to keep your end goal in mind. I want you guys to write down where you want to be in 20 years. What is that one thing that you want to accomplish
in 20 years?
20 years from now? Have you ever thought about that? Think about that. Take some time out, think about that, and write it down. Now, when it comes to having your end goal in mind, you have this picture inside of your head. You have this burning, unwavering desire and passion inside of you to complete that end goal. One of the stories that I got about people that have that end goal in mind is the person that created this right here. Lights, electricity, the light bulb, Thomas Edison. It took him thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times and attempts to create this light bulb. It took him a very long time. If I'm not mistaken, it took him 9,999 tries to make this light bulb that we have right here today. And he did not give up not once, because you know what? He kept the end goal of that light coming on right up here. And he did it. And we use it every single day. Keep your end goal in mind. Depth of vision. If another story about depth of vision. A professor was walking along a nature trail in the woods with his pupil, with his student. And he picked up an acorn. And he asked him, I'm going to ask you, bro. I'm picking up an acorn. What do you see? Where you see an acorn, I see a subdivision. I see houses. Because from this acorn, I see trees. This acorn came off a tree. And with these trees, I can make lumber. And with this lumber, I can build houses. And with these houses, I can build income and money for my family. That's depth of vision right there, keeping the end goal in mind. Number 2 is fear. You see, leaders are just like everyone else. But leaders are just like everyone else. Everybody is a leader in their own way. It's just that some people let fear stop them from leading. Everyone is a leader, and everyone has leadership characteristics inside of them. Everyone leads their own life, but people let fear stop them from leading. Fear simply stands for false evidence appearing real. That's what it is. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real, which means it's not what you see. Fear is just what you see when you're not focused on your goals. That's all it is. You could decide to look at the things that you want to accomplish, look at you getting that, look at you achieving that, or you could decide to visualize and think about you not doing it. Think about you failing. You decide where you take your mind, because your mind is the only thing that you have complete control over. And all you have to do is direct it to whatever means you want to. Which leads me to step number 3. Leaders are internal optimists. What that means is leaders are positive from the inside out. Leaders don't let their outside environment and influences affect their inner happiness that they have inside. You see, you should not let other people's opinions define who you are. Les Brown is a very successful, prosperous, and happy person. Entrepreneur, motivational speaker, businessman, and when he was younger, he was labeled educable mentally retarded. That's what they called it back then in the day. He was just labeled mentally retarded. He was in class waiting for a friend, and this professor was standing up, an English teacher, and he said, "You, come up here and write down the sentence on the board." And he said, "I can't." He said, "Don't ever say can't. Don't put that in your vocabulary." He said, why are you saying it? He said, "Because I'm labeled educable mentally retarded." What that teacher told Les Brown, this great man, is don't let someone's opinion of you define you. Don't let what someone else is telling you define who you are. You see, scientists say that we only use about 10% of our brain. We only use about 10% of our brain on a good day. So what I'm simply saying is, don't let someone else's 10% that they're only using on a good day, they're not even using 100% of their mind. Don't let their 10% of their brain define who you are, because you are greater than that. Which leads me to number 4. Step number 4 is being hungry. Les Brown says you gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. Don't get ready, but stay ready. Yeah, I seen you. You already know what it is. I seen you. Don't get prepared, but always be prepared. You see, your hunger for that end goal that you have on that piece of paper, your hunger for that will help you conquer the challenges that you're going to face in life. Because you're going to conquer some challenges, no doubt. Everybody does. All the successful people do. All leaders do. Everybody here at college, at Central Michigan University, they face challenges. But the ones that walk across that stage, the ones that are successful, they face those challenges because they were hungry, because they saw themselves better than how they currently were. I want you guys to see yourself better than how you are today. See yourself better than how you currently are today. See yourself 20 years from now. All the things that you want. What kind of house you want, what kind of car you want, what kind of relationships you want. Where do you want to be? What kind of food do you want to be eating? What kind of people do you want to be around? Where do you want to travel? You have to be hungry for those things. You have to always want and drive and strive for those things. Which leads me to number 5. Number 5 is very, 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 very important. Number 5 is apply knowledge. Apply knowledge. To know and not to do is not to know. Don't you know when we do something wrong, we know we're not supposed to do, or we were just slipping, we made a mistake, and we did it. And our parents say, don't do this, that, and the third. You were supposed to do the dishes. You were supposed to clean your room. You're supposed to clean the bathroom. You're not supposed to be cutting up in the school. What we say? I know. And what they tell us, if you knew, you wouldn't be doing it. To know and not to do is not to know. You see, people have a misconception and they say knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. It's only potential power. Only the application of what you know is the power. The application of that knowledge is the power, because to know and not to do is not to know. You have to apply that knowledge. And that's the difference between leaders and everyone else. They apply what they know. That's the difference between you and everyone else that's at your school and where you're from. They probably had the chance to come here to this visit to Central Michigan University to be positively inspired and influenced by being on this campus. But you know what? They didn't apply the knowledge from knowing about this to come. But you did. That's why you guys are leaders. Which leads me to number 6. Never quit. Never, ever quit. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Straight up. Whatever greatness is inside of you, that our Heavenly Father Yahweh has put inside of us, that He has put inside of you, whatever greatness that is inside of you, He wants you to bring that out into reality. He wants you to live that, so you can positively affect other people. You see, if you quit on your dreams and your goals, if you quit on that greatness that's inside of you, it's selfish. You being selfish, straight up. Because you have no idea how that greatness that's inside of you could have positively affected somebody else. Faith. In the Bible, Paul the Apostle said, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. You see, you have to have it in here before you possess it out here. You have to have that faith and belief in here before you possess it out here. The people that build this building that we're sitting in right now, if they didn't think about it first and have it up here first, then it wouldn't be here. The people that build this building, the people that build those chairs, they didn't know and had the faith in here that they would be sturdy. They didn't have the faith and know in here that it was going to happen, then it wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be sitting here. You have to always have faith in everything. Just think about a situation in your life that you just had faith and you know that you was about to do exactly what you was about to do. You know you was going to get an A on that test. You know you was going to beat that person in that race. You know you was going to sack that quarterback that play. You know you was going to hit that jumper. You know it. You know it. You had that faith, that unwavering faith. You need to have that in every single thing that you do, especially when it comes to your dreams and goals, because you decide what you want. So basically just decide what you want and act like it's already yours. Decide what you want in life and act like it's already yours. Act as is. As is. Act like you already got it. Which leads me to number 8. This is why I need all you guys to get those pens working. For real. Because all of this is for you, but this is the most important part, especially when it comes to leadership, is your goals. All leaders have goals, and all leaders write their goals down. You have to write your goals down. You see, it's something to think it, it's something to say it, but when you write it down too, it just raises the commitment level so much higher. Thoughts are things, whatever you sow, you shall reap. There's power in the tongue. Everything is made of atoms. We agree? These atoms are vibrating at different frequencies. This table, that pen, the paper, your hair, they're all the same. Your thoughts, when you make a thought, it's proven by physics that creates a vibration, a frequency. Thoughts are things. There's power in your tongue. There's already power in your tongue, and thoughts are things. When you write it down, oh my, it's going to become so powerful. I remember when I started writing down my goals, when I first started writing down my goals and dreams, they really started happening. When I wrote down exactly what car that I want, a beautiful luxury car with leather seats, a banging sound system, I got it. Wrote down the kind of girl that I want, I got it. Wrote down my goals, anything that you want, write it down. Write down where you want to be, what kind of income you want, what kind of house you want to be in, what kind of people you want to surround yourself with. Write down your goals. And goals, there are 2 types of goals. There are 2 types of goals. Your short-range goals and your long-range goals. You see, your short-range goals are your today goals. What are your goals for today? What do you plan on getting out of today? What do you plan on getting out of this retreat that you're on? What do you plan on? What are your plans and goals for this week, for this month, for this year? Those are your short-range goals. Short-range goals. Your long-range goals are your big dreams and accomplishments, your big milestones. Your short-range are the tickers, the ones that keep you motivated. Yup, got that? Yup, I'm good. Yup. Okay, I got a sack. Oh, another touchdown. Oh, more steals and turnovers. Yup, I'm about to win. I know I'm about to win. Yup. Checking them off, checking off the goals. About to get the big goal, the long-range goal, to win the Super Bowl. Long-range goals, 5-year goals, your 10-year goals, your life goals. That's why I asked you guys to write down, what do you want 20 years from now? What do you want to be 20 years from now? Because little do you know, once you wrote that down, you made it so. You brought it into existence. You're bringing it into eternal optimism inside to not let what other people say affect him. Which leads me to number 4. Leaders are hungry. Les Brown said, you gotta be hungry. Les Brown said, you gotta be hungry, you gotta want it. I was listening to a story a guy was telling, he said that lions, they're the king of the jungle, but they sleep about 18 to 20 hours of the day. The elephant, really the king of the jungle, they bigger, but it's just something about a lion, when they wake up, they get hungry. This hunger comes upon them, and they get stirred up, and they become the king of the jungle. And they go out there and make it happen. And they go out there and kill one of them gazelles or those buffaloes, and they bring it back. You gotta be hungry. Don't get ready, but stay ready. Don't get prepared, but always be prepared for what you want to accomplish. You see, your hunger will help you accomplish and conquer the things and the challenges that you are going to face on the road to success, on the road of being a leader. Leaders face challenges. You got to be hungry, because that hunger will help you conquer those challenges. That hunger will help you overcome those challenges. That hunger will give you the mindset that any challenge that you have is nothing but an ant on the ground that you're going to step on when it comes up. That's what hunger does. Be hungry. Which leads me to number 5. Apply knowledge. Apply knowledge. To know and not to do is not to know. To know and not to do is not to know. You ever didn't clean your room, didn't do the dishes, didn't mop the floor, didn't clean the bathroom, acted up in school? Your parent talked to you about it, you say, I know. I know. What they say? What they say, y'all? If you don't know. If you knew, you would have did it. Right? If you knew, you would have did it. To know and not to do is not to know. You see, knowledge is not power. Everybody say it is, but knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power. It's the application of that knowledge that gives you the power. You have to apply what you know. And that is the difference between leaders and everyone else. They apply what they know. That's the difference between you, young man, from Jalen Rose Academy and the other people, sorry, that's not here. They probably knew about it, but didn't apply the knowledge and take advantage of it. Apply knowledge. Leaders apply knowledge. You guys are leaders. Which leads me to number 6. Never, ever quit. Never, ever quit. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. You see what greatness, whatever greatness is inside of you, whatever greatness our Heavenly Father Yahweh has put inside of you, whatever greatness is there laying dormant, He has put it there for you to bring out into reality so you can positively affect other people. So don't quit. Don't quit on that dream inside of you. Don't quit on what you want to accomplish. You know why? Because it's selfish. If you quit, it's selfish. It's very selfish. You know why? Because you don't know how your greatness, the greatness inside of you, could have positively affected someone else. What if Steve Jobs didn't make the iPhone? What if Thomas Edison quit? What if the Wright brothers quit? Where would we be at? Don't quit. Let that greatness come out. And have faith. Number 7. Faith. You have to have faith. Paul the Apostle said in the Bible that faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. You see, you have to know you have it before you even get it. You know, you got to taste it, touch it, feel it before you even get it. You ever just know you was about to do something? You ever just know you was about to score that touchdown or make that layup or hit that 3-pointer, or you just know you about to get an A on that test? You know it. You know what's about to happen because you had that faith, that undoubting, unwavering faith. You see, if the people that built this building that we're sitting in didn't have the faith and see it and hear first, we wouldn't be here. If the people that built this building didn't have the faith that this structure would stand, we wouldn't be here. You have to have the faith and know that it's going to happen. You have to decide that what you want, you have to decide what you want and act on it. That's why I asked you guys to write down something that you want to accomplish 20 years from now. You have to decide what you want and act on it. Which leads me to number 8. Leaders have goals. And there are 2 types of goals. You got your long-range goals, and you have short-range goals. See, your short-range goals are, what do you want to accomplish today? What do you plan on getting out of today? What do you plan on getting out of this retreat? What do you plan on getting out of this visit that you're here at Central Michigan University? What do you plan on getting out of this week, this month, this year? Those are your short-term goals. Your long-term goals is, what do you plan on getting out of life? What do you plan on doing in 5 years? What do you plan on becoming in 10 years, 20 years? That's why I asked you guys to write that down. I'm going to help you. You have to find what you love. What do you love? Let's be just a little bit more specific. What's something specifically that you love? You love music.
Soccer. Tennis.
See, he going off the head. So he said, you love poetry, you're a people person, and you love talking. Whatever that you have inside of you, whatever you're passionate about, just do it. When it comes to leaders break the mold. They don't do what everybody else do. Everybody else conform. Leaders stand out the box and they make it happen. Leaders are called crazy before they're called great. So you'll figure it out because you're a leader. And it's inside of you. Do what you love. And that's why we're doing this, because I want you guys to write down some goals. I want you guys to make a list of your goals. First, I want you guys to make some short-range goals. Some 3-month, 6-month, 1-year goals. What do you plan on accomplishing in 3 months? What do you plan on your final report card being? What do you plan on accomplishing in 6 months? Where do you plan on being physically in condition? Where do you plan on being a year from now? What do you plan on doing? What kind of person do you want to become? What kind of people do you want to be around? What kind of car do you want to drive? Clothes that you want to wear? Food that you want to eat? Grades that you want to get? Give me some traits and some qualities that leaders have. Just go ahead and start raising your hand and tell me. Work ethic.
They sometimes like improve other people.
Leaders improve other people's minds.
Make sure they
That's right. They selfless. Selfless.
They got something within.
Something within. Respect. Determination.
You need to be ambitious.
Ambitious.
Like when you was talking about how these long-term and short-term goals, then you can ask other people, like what is their long-term and short-term goals and how can they help them?
That's right.
Work them out if they want.
That's right. And we're going to get into that a lot more too. Accountability. Dedication. They humble. You see, oh, you got one?
I think a leader is also like learns to be a good listener and good follower as well.
I want you guys to write this down too. When Tori said something great. Every great leader was once an intelligent follower. Every great leader was once an intelligent follower. There's no shame in being a follower, but there is shame in staying a follower. All the qualities of a leader that you guys have given me, it all starts with something that I noticed all successful, happy, and prosperous people have. I've been, over the past few years while I've been at Central Michigan University, I've been studying a lot in depth about wealth creation and happiness and prosperity and how the mind works. And I noticed that all of these happy and successful people in the world have one common trait. And that trait, I have adapted it into my life, and it has given me an infinite source of happiness. And let me know that every single day that I'm not a creature of circumstances, but I'm a creator of my own circumstances, as we all are. And that trait that I have adapted into my life is having a positive mental attitude, or PMA for short. And I have developed 12 steps towards having a positive mental attitude. I started about 2 weeks ago to place these steps on YouTube. My YouTube channel, you can catch it. It is Attitude is Everything. Attitude is Everything is the name of my YouTube channel. If you want to find it a little quicker, I'm new to YouTube. Type in Attitude is Everything, Lamont Howard. That's LamontHoward. And I have 12 steps towards having a positive mental attitude because, honestly, having a positive mental attitude has changed the quality and direction of my life, especially from living in Detroit and coming from West Warren and having a certain mindset. It has changed the quality and direction of my life. And I know for a fact that if you guys apply these things, and when I tell and share people these 12 steps towards having a positive mental attitude, that it will change the overall quality of their life. You'll have a better quality of life when you apply having a positive mental attitude, because all those characteristics of a leader that you guys gave me all comes from attitude. Every single one of them. It comes from attitude, having the right attitude. You can't have stinking thinking. You gotta have the right attitude.
You got a question?
Question?
My question is, have you ever thought about giving up, not due to anything physical, but like your life situation?
Yes.
Like going, like say stuff going on, have you ever thought about giving up into that?
Yes. But I know that the people that's at home and the people that have helped me up until this point in life, they won't want me to give up. They don't want me to accomplish the greatness that's inside of me so they can be happy too. You see, what we do in life, that's why it's important to not quit, because what we do in life will positively affect other people. We don't know in what way it will. The first step towards having a positive mental attitude is personal development. Personal development. Personal development is making a conscious decision to take control of your mind and get better and better every single day, no matter what. You're either growing or dying. You never stay the same. My football coach used to always tell us that every day. I really didn't know what it meant until I got this age. I want y'all to get it right now. You're either growing or dying. You never stay the same. You either get better or worse. Straight up. So you need to continually to get better. And I learned simply when it comes to getting better that leaders are readers. The more you learn, the more you earn. So you want to read books about whatever field of success, whatever it is you want to accomplish, you want to take in that knowledge. It takes about, I read a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It takes 10,000 hours to become a professional in anything. Put your hours in. Do personal development. You see, I got a bookshelf. I got a bookshelf. You guys, my roommate Jordan, I read books all the time. Love it. But guess what? I didn't read a whole book until the age of 20. Didn't read my first whole book until the age of 20. And the reason why, that mean elementary school, middle school, high school, 2 years of college, I never read a whole book. I'm talking about I had book reports and everything. I never read a whole book. And the reason why is I found that my attitude wasn't right. I didn't have a positive mental attitude when it comes to learning and personal developing and growing. I thought that when I got out of high school, I was going to, can't wait to graduate. High school will be over. Done. I hate school. Can't wait to get done with school. Oh, you about to go to college, bro? What you mean? Oh, man, I can't wait to college over. We graduate, about to get this job. Gonna stop learning. What? When you stop learning, that's when you become content. And being content is the worst. Being content is the worst thing that you can do because you're not, you never stay the same. You either get better or worse. You're growing and you're dying physically and spiritually if you don't work on the skills and work on the things that you love. Which leads me to number 5, personal development. No, which leads me to number 2. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Dyslexic. Number 2, your top 5 friends. Step number 2 towards having a positive mental attitude is your top 5 friends. Our parents tell us all the time, birds of a feather flock together. You're the average of the top 5 people that you surround yourself with. You see, you have to surround yourself with positive, optimistic people. People that look at the glass half full instead of half empty. People that keep you encouraged and push you forward. Not negative, pessimistic people. Not people that put you down, that put others down. Don't hang around those people. Get away from those people. Those people are holding you back from your goals and your dreams. Ask yourself, are you hanging around anchors or engines? Ask myself that all the time. Am I hanging around anchors or engines? People that's going to hold me back or people that's going to propel me forward? Ask yourself, are you hanging around anchors or engines? If you hang around 9 broke people, you're going to be a 10. Which leads me to number 3. Creativity. You have to build a life for yourself. You have to be creative. Everybody has creativity inside of them. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You see, our creativity, it gives us the opportunity to build new things. Without creativity, we wouldn't have the things that we have right now. We wouldn't have the cell phones, the laptops, the iTunes, the movies, the Netflix. We wouldn't have it without creativity. And when it comes to creativity, this is your life. You have to create life like you want. Because if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Your life is like a movie, and you write the script. And if you write a bad script, the movie gonna be a flop. You ain't gonna make no money. So you want to be creative. You want to be creative and bring that greatness from within inside you. Because our ability to create opportunities, make new things, solve problems, and even invent new ways to make people happy can really benefit the world. And that's what leaders do. Especially when it comes to having a positive mental attitude. You create your attitude. You create your environment. Which leads me to number 4. Number 4. This leads me to number 4, thoughts or things. Thoughts are things. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Our brain is very, 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 very powerful. You have to be careful what you're thinking. Do we agree that everything in this world is made of atoms? Did we learn that in school? Everything in this world is made of atoms. They're just vibrating at different frequencies to create different things. Paper is made of atoms. Water bottle, a cell phone, table, all of us. Our thoughts, when we think, it creates a frequency, just like these atoms. When we think, it creates a frequency. Thoughts are things. Whatever you think and put out there in the world, that's what you're going to attract in your life. Because you become what you think about most of the time. What do you think about most of the time? What's on your mind? Kobe Bryant been playing basketball since he was like 4 years old. You become what you think about most of the time. How many points did Kobe Bryant have his last basketball game? 60. What you think he was thinking about most of the time? You feel me? What has he been thinking about his whole life? What does Steph Curry think about most of the time? Shooting 3-pointers and making them. Thoughts are things, fellas. Thoughts are things. Your brain is very, very, very powerful. So I'm just here to tell you guys, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So you only get in life what you expect. So expect greatness and dream much bigger, much sooner. Which leads me to number 5, environmental influences. You see, you have to pay attention to what you're surrounding yourself with. I know when you come up here to Central Michigan University, when you get in college, you're going to have roommates. And you're going to sit there and you're going to be trying to do your homework in your dorm. And it's going to be people being loud, playing loud music in your room, all the way down the hall, next door, disturbing you, got the TV all loud. You have to change your environment. You know, it's study halls, it's study rooms at the end of every single floor in the dorms. You have to decide to change your environment, get out of that environment, remove the distractions, and go to a different room. Go to a quiet place. Go to the library. Go to the study area. Change your environment. Your environmental influences are very important because what you see is what you get. Like I said, if you surround yourself with 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. So you have control over your own environment. You have control over your own environment. And if you can't change your environment immediately where you are, you have to change it from the inside out. That's why leaders are internal optimists. They have learned to change the environment from the inside out. They have learned and did so much personal development. I've learned and done so much personal development. I've read so many books. I've watched so many YouTube videos on the conscious mind and how it works, on how to be positive, on how to make money, on how to be successful, on how to be wealthy. Wealthy is not just money. Wealthy is being wealthy spiritually, physically, mentally, in all areas. That's true wealth. Which leads to number 6. Pay yourself first. I don't know if you guys have started working yet or had a job, but when you get paid, actually before you get paid, the state of Michigan already takes money out of your paycheck for taxes. Before you get paid, before you get your check, the government, the United States of America already took money out of your check for taxes. Which means they get paid before you do when you did the work. And when we get our money, what we do? We pay our bills, we buy some food, and after that we buy some Jordans, we go turn up. You know, we just go buy useless stuff that has no values. We buy liabilities instead of assets. We buy things that depreciate in value instead of things that add value, instead of invest. So what you want to do is save 10% of everything you make. 10% of everything you get is yours first. What I have done, I have acquired a do not touch jar. I simply took, y'all know the big jar of animal crackers from Walmart with the blue top? Smash them boys. Yup, smash them boys. Hey, after you smash them boys, go ahead and put that top on, get a knife, put a slit in it, and every time I get paid, I put 10% right down in that big old jar, that do not touch jar, and I do not spend it at all. I don't touch it. So I can always have money. So I can always have something for myself. Wealthy people save.
What keeps you from spending?
What keeps me from spending it is having my end goal in mind. That's why it's important to have your end goal in mind. That's why I ask you guys to write down your goals. You see, when you have goals, it's something in you called advanced decision making. Advanced decision making means that I know something unhealthy for me, so I made the decision not to eat it. So when somebody asks me, I'm already saying, I don't even got to think about it. Advanced decision making. So, wealthy people, they save money. W.E.B. Du Bois, a wealthy, highly successful black scholar, said, to whom you give your money, you give your power. And I've made a decision when I heard the news that I'm saving every single Harriet Tubman that I get, boy. I'm telling you, I ain't spending none of it. Y'all think I'm playing? This leads me to number 7, understanding. Do it. You gonna turn her into some shit? You gonna turn me into a singer? You gonna turn me into a white man? Number 7 is understanding. Mom, our best friend, aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters that tell us things, teachers, professors, that low-key, pastors, they lead us in the wrong direction. They lead us in the wrong direction. And what I'm asking you guys to do, this step is so important in having a positive mental attitude, is understanding. Form your own opinion on things. Don't follow blindly, but question logically until you fully understand. Don't follow something blindly, but question it logically until you fully understand it and go directly to the source. Which, what up, bro?
is that like, is that? I don't know.
Can I say something?
Is that a question of God? Is that a question of whether or not I believe in God? So you say understand, not blindly, until you ask until you fully understand. So, me, trust God, but because it's my religion, to trust God, and I'm trusting blind, like blind, and I'm not fully understanding, is that what you're saying? Question?
It low key is, but once you start learning and doing research, you know that the Heavenly Father is inside of you. You develop that personal relationship with you and the Heavenly Father and have conversations with Him as I'm talking to you. And He will lead you in the right direction. You build that personal relationship. Don't lean on anybody else's understanding, but depend on your Heavenly Father in all things. The Heavenly Father is in you. He made you. These atoms everything is made of the same thing. So just having that understanding and not following blindly, but questioning logically until we fully understand that the Creator and Heavenly Father is inside of you, and everything that's inside of you He wants you to bring forth. So you could be blessed. And when you bless, you will help other people be blessed. Because the only way you can make a dime is if you help somebody else make a dime.
You should read the basic instructions before you read the Bible.
So this leads me, thank you Brenda for that. This leads me to number 8. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. Successful people, they have left clues behind on how they reach their success. You see, Ronald Reagan, success leaves clues. Successful people do what other successful people do. So Ronald Reagan, he may have quoted Winston Churchill. And Winston Churchill may have quoted Aristotle. I may have quoted Jim Rohn and Eric Thomas and Les Brown, because success leaves clues. These basketball players, when they look at film, of the people before them. They look at tapes of old footage of Magic Johnson and David Thompson and Pistol B. Maravich and Dr. J and Dominique Wilkins. Success leaves clues. So, successful people learn from other successful people. This leads me to number 9, the 9th step towards having a positive mental attitude, which is mentors. Having a mentor is very important, because it's great to learn from your own experience. It's great to learn from your own mistakes, but it's better to learn from someone's experience and mistakes that have already been there and accomplish what you want to accomplish in the world, which means that you don't have to do the wrong things that they have done to get there, the mistakes that they have made, and you can get there faster. If it took me 5-6 years to graduate from Central Michigan University and I know what I did wrong, I can talk to y'all and help y'all get there and graduate in 3 to 4 years. Because success leaves clues. I can tell you what I did wrong so you ain't got to do it. I can tell you don't waste your time at Wayside. Don't do it. Which leads me to number 10. Number 10 is having an accountability partner. That one for you, brother. An accountability partner. An accountability partner will hold you accountable for your goals. An accountability partner is someone to keep you on track. Someone that pushes you to get better. Jordan, my roommate back there with the camera, that's my accountability partner. When I'm sitting around not doing nothing, I'm on trash, just flicking through Instagram, just flicking through Facebook, just not doing nothing. He say, Tank, what are you doing with your time right now? Did you make your notes on Attitude is Everything? Did you make your storyboard for your YouTube video, the next one that you about to make? Did you write your speech for tomorrow? Did you do it? That's my accountability partner. Jordan, he has his own business called Trap Snacks. He sells food. Jordan, did you read up on chips? We need some more snacks. You have no product. How you got a business with no product? You have to have an accountability partner, because that accountability partner will keep you on track. But it's vice versa. It has to be a win-win. You have to keep that person on track too. Y'all have to be there for each other. Brothers, like a football team, like a basketball team, like that person in your group that put that group project together. That if they don't put that clutch information on that slide, on slide number 8, that y'all probably gonna fail that project. Accountability partner. You really wanna have an accountability partner when you come to college, because teachers and professors, they're not gonna remind you when your homework due. They're not gonna remind you when your projects due. They're not gonna be hitting you up and asking you why you ain't been coming to class. They ain't gonna call your parents and say he haven't been coming to class. Nope, they gonna let you fail because it's your decision. So make a decision to have an accountability partner, have a like-minded individual in your life to keep you going forward, to keep you on track, to keep you on task.
Very, 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 very important.
Which leads me to step number 11, towards having a positive mental attitude. The law of attraction. Everything you have in your life, you have attracted it in your life by the person that you have become. Every single thing that you have in your life, you have attracted it into your life by the person that you have become. Your relationships, your grades, everything. Even being here, you have attracted it in your life by the person that you have become. So I want you guys to know that you only get in life what you expect, and like attracts like. You guys are leaders. You made the thought. You sowed the plant. You sowed the seed when you thought about coming. And you're reaping the benefit now of being here at Central Michigan and being here at this retreat. You sowed the seed in your brain to go to college and seek higher education. And through the law of attraction, from sowing that seed through thoughts or things, you're going to be in college, becoming a better you. Because our thoughts are the only thing that we have complete control over. Our thoughts are the only thing that we have complete control over. You have to make a decision to take your thoughts and lead them to whichever ends that you want to. Which leads me to the last step towards having a positive mental attitude, number 12. The law of polarity. The law of polarity. Every action has an equal or opposite reaction. You have hot water, you got cold water. You have up, you got down. You got a left hand, you have a right hand. We live in a world of opposites. You see, every adversity that we face in life has an equal or greater benefit. You see, you can decide to look at the negative things. You can decide to not have a positive mental attitude. Or you can decide to be positive and have a positive mental attitude. And look at the good things in life. Focus on the good things in life. You can decide to disregard every single thing that I have told you here. But you can also decide to take everything that I have told you today as something positive that I have instilled into you guys, and take it and apply it into your life, because knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is the only potential power. It's the application of that knowledge that is power. So make the decision today to either not have a positive mental attitude, or make the decision to have a positive mental attitude and change things in your life. Because if you want change in your life, you must change things in your life. I believe that everyone on this earth, our Heavenly Father has given us all the right to live abundantly, to get everything that we want, and to bless others on the way towards doing it. But to live abundantly, we must change our attitude, because attitude is everything. Thank you.